We are Black Force. We are LA.
After an off day yesterday, a little weekend baseball here in Chicago. It is guaranteed rate field in Chicago as the Angels and the White Sox get ready for game one of a three-game series. We welcome inside our broadcast booth back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas. And this road trip so far for the Angels, they are currently 4-3. And just a couple of days ago, we were treated to a spectacular performance by Shohei Ohtani. The news came out before the game, Gooby, that he might have to have Tommy John surgery, and all he does goes out there and hits 4 hits with 2 home runs.
Yeah, Victor, he's had an outstanding series down there in Texas. When you think about it, take a look at our Carl's Cam replay, what he has done in Texas before going here to Chicago. 3 home runs. 5 for 8 in that series, including 4 RBI, 5 runs scored. You mentioned that 4 for 4 game, 2 home runs. He had a tremendous launch angle, 45-degree on the one, followed up with a 40-degree launch angle home run. So he's feeling pretty good, still swinging the bat. And he's going to be swinging the bat the rest of the season in that DH role. Shohei Ohtani has been excellent, crushing the baseball.
Those 2 home runs without the jet stream in Texas, which is something we're used to seeing during the summer months. That tells you the kind of power that Shohei has. He is in the lineup today, even with a left hand on the mound. Mike Trout's back in the lineup, as is Justin Upton. We're going to step away for a moment. When we return, we're going to talk a little bit about Simba. He has been doing it all out on the road. Continues to do the job, Gooby, on both sides of the baseball.
Well, he's been great the whole season on the road, especially on this road trip so far. He is 333. Take a look at our tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks. Hamilton Simmons, Simba, going yard a couple times so far already on this road trip. His defense, outstanding. His base running, always one of the most clutch hitters as far as with men in scoring position this entire season. But his ability to be able to turn to double play, over 100 double plays turned by Simba at shortstop. Him and David Fletcher have really turned into a dynamic up the middle defense. But his range off the charts, as usual, for Simba.
Well, let's see if the Angels can keep it rolling. Shohei Ohtani is in the lineup against a very tough left-hander. Mike Trout, Justin Upton, the rest of the boys back in there. See if they could get the opener of this 3-game set. Lineups and first pitch right after this.
This one to left center field. Blackman going back. Gone! Big fly, Ohtani side.
Low, 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 low.
Mic check, mic check.
Low, 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 low.
Hello, everybody.
Embrace every new opportunity with a redesigned exterior and 31 Highway MPG. Test drive one today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your SoCal Mazda dealers.
It's a cool windy night here in Chicago, and that's not saying a whole lot because it is September. They had some rain earlier today, but no problems as far as the weather's concerned. Mike Trout doing what Mike Trout typically does before a game, signing autographs, and kind of he's the man of the people, and he's probably happy that his Eagles are 1-0
yes,
on the season, Gooby.
And he was signing quite a few autographs in Philadelphia, also at the football game.
Check out Mike Scioscia's lineup for the Angels. It's 68 and 72. Cole Calhoun will lead things off at right. David Fletcher is at second. Mike Trout at center. Justin Upton's back in left. Shohei Ohtani DHing tonight. Andrelton Simmons the shortstop. Jeffrey Martinez is starting first. Taylor Ward back at third base. And Jose Briseño is behind the plate and batting ninth. Carlos Rodon is on the mound. The left-hander had shoulder surgery, was coming back. So this year, just making his 16th start of the season. Gooby, he's been spectacular.
Yeah, Rodon, he's got a good fastball when you think about it. Consistency, 91, 96, a devastating slider, and pretty good changeup also. My go-tos to be successful against him this evening for the Angels hitters and their approach is be selective on that slider. Make sure it's in the strike zone because it will go out of the zone, down and in. Very difficult to put the barrel of the bat. And speaking of the barrel, you have to barrel up on those fastballs for power. He's given up some home runs on this fastball this season, 8 as a matter of fact. So you got to be ready to get that barrel on that fastball and do the damage and drive it out of the ballpark in a park that the baseball will carry very well.
Check out the defense for the Chicago White Sox tonight. Delmonico's in left. Engel is in center. Palka is in right. Sanchez and Anderson on the left side. Moncada and Davidson on the right side. Narvaez behind the dish.
And Sanchez has been pretty solid at third base. He's swung the bat very well this season. Has committed 13 errors, 25 double plays in his first full season at third base. .963 fielding percentage, strong throwing arm from the hot corner.
All right, good with the Angels. 4-3 so far on this road trip. Took 2 of 3 against the Texas Rangers. Split the 4-game set against the Houston Astros. They should come into this weekend series the way they've been swinging the bats a little bit better, especially against Texas, and at least look at taking 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I think when you see the approach they took it down, especially in Texas, they were aggressive early because they were anticipating a fastball early in the count. I think that's the approach you got to have here this evening also.
Cole ready to lead things off for the Angels. 224 batting average, 18 home runs, and 55 runs batted in. This will be Rodon's second appearance against the Angels. Faced him back at the Big A on July 24th. First one tonight is in there for a strike. $15 doubles, 2 triples for Cole, the .292 on base percentage. Rodon comes from the Mark Burley school of pitching, doesn't waste a whole lot of time, comes right after you. And that start against the Angels gave up 2 runs on 2 hits, struck out 8, working 7 2/3. Went around. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, when you look at him, he's a guy that certainly could be an ace for a lot of years here for the White Sox. They have a lot of young pitching developing in their minor league system, but this could be your ace for a lot of years because he's got that type of stuff, especially with his slider.
1-2, down goes Cole. There's the first out of the game.
My Hyundai key for this game to be successful against Rodon and the White Sox today. Going a little Smashing Pumpkins, a little Chicago band. The beginning is the end is the beginning. In other words, top through the bottom of the lineup, success, and keep that going like we've seen throughout this entire road trip so far, as top of the order, bottom of the order, being very successful in putting the ball in play.
Here's David Fletcher with 1 out, nobody on. Way inside. Fletcher, a couple of multi-hit games to finish up that series against Texas. Races batting average at .285. 18 extra base hits, 25 runs batted in. That one evens the count at 1-1. Light crowd here. Fireworks after the game. Still filing in though. It's Friday night in Chicago. Rush hour traffic. This was lifted out to right. Palcom moving toward the foul line. Ball slicing away from him. Stayed with it. 2 down.
As you can see, the baseball will carry very well in this ballpark.
So bases cleared, 2 outs, and here's Trout. There's the flags blowing here.
Chicago's known as the Windy City, right?
It is.
Yes.
In part because of the wind that blows here.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's
you learn something new every day.
Stick around, kid.
Appreciate it.
Trout hitting .305. He had the night off on Wednesday. Actually had back-to-back days off, Wednesday and Thursday, with the off day yesterday. Angels got into Chicago the early morning hours of yesterday. About 3 a.m. as he fouls this one. It's no balls, 2 strikes. 31 home runs, 63 runs batted in. Oh, 2. And he'll chase the breaking ball. Carlos Rodon with a 1-2-3 first. We head to the bottom of the first with no score. lineup for Rick Renteria and the Chicago White Sox, their 141st game. And have a 56-84 mark. Yohan Moncada leading things off at second base. Yolmer Sanchez at third. Nicky Delmonico's in left field. Avisail Garcia is the DH. Daniel Palca is in right. Matt Davidson at first. Omar Narvaez behind the plate. Tim Anderson, the shortstop. Adam Engel is batting ninth and playing center field. Felix Pena is on the mound for the Halos. This will be his 16th appearance, 14th start. Threw the ball very well against the Houston Astros last time out.
Yeah, when you think about it, he's throwing the ball well on the road even this season, and the record really is not any indication how well Felix Pena has thrown the baseball as a starter for the Angels.
Kana swinging first pitch, and that is not rare. Popping this one to shallow left. There's Justin Upton. Hasn't played since that Houston series. A little mini collision there between the two in Houston.
Yeah, my go-tos for Felix Pena to be successful here tonight. A solid release point on his curveball. When he stays on top of the baseball, very good downward action, 12-6 break, a lot of swing and misses, and then that low and away fastball. He can paint the corner at even 93, 94 miles an hour inside and outside, but especially that outside part of the plate, low and away against right-handed batters. Look at that last game out. He was dominant, 7 innings. Had the lead in that game, was looking for a second win of the season, just 1 earned run.
First pitch strike on Yolmer Sanchez, switch hitting third baseman. 248 batting average, 7 home runs, 47 runs batted in.
That's a great changeup. Sometimes you don't see Felix break out that changeup till later in the game, but clearly when you're warming up the bullpen, sometimes a certain pitch feels well. Able to get that changeup in early, which is important for him. That separation between his fastball and change.
A little bit tardy on that pitch.
Because of the changeup, that's the thing that's important for him. You can't just stay with that hard fastball and just curveball alone. A changeup also separation in the speeds.
These two teams split a 4-game series at the Big A, July 23rd through the 26th. Angels dropped the first 2 and won the last 2. That's a called strike 3. Down goes Sanchez, 2 down. Check out the Angels on the defensive side of things tonight. It looks like this with Upton, Trout, and Calhoun, the varsity, if you will, in the outfit for the Angels. You've got Ward and Simmons on the left side, Fletcher, Marte on the right side, Briseño behind the plate.
And Justin Upton back out in left field after missing the last 4 games with a mild concussion. That's his 800th career start out in left field. Also has played just under 800 at 756 as a right fielder. 6 outfield assists this season for Upton out in left.
Nicky Delmonico, the left fielder, takes some strikes. Good to see Jay up back in the lineup.
It's funny, on the way out to the flight out to Philadelphia, Trout and Justin Upton were doing a little FaceTime on the plane, talking. And you knew at that point he was feeling better, and I knew it was a good chance to be able to see Justin Upton back in the lineup. It's great to see him back out there playing.
This one's popped up behind the plate. Not a whole lot of room here between home plate and the screen, so it goes back into the seats. 1 and 2. Guaranteed rate field is symmetrical as far as the outfield fence is concerned. 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right, 400 to straightaway center. That's a called strike 3. Down goes Delmonico, both starting pitchers with a couple of strikeouts in the first. We'll head to the second with no score. Upton, Ohtani, and Simmons for the Angels here in the second.
How about 19 combined pitches thrown for the two pitchers in the first inning?
Hello. That's textbook.
Yes.
Clip that off and show it to every minor leaguer that's pitching down there.
It's all about being aggressive in the strike zone, and when that's the case, hitters are more apt to be looking first pitch because they're going to be around the strike zone and trying to put it in play.
Upton hitting .265, 26 home runs, 75 runs batted in. And at the count of 2 balls and no strikes. Saw quite a bit of Eric Young Jr. out in left field, filling in for Upton. This one's line to left. There's a leadoff single.
Welcome back, Jay Up. Put himself in a very favorable count. Sitting on a pitch and a spot. Jumps on a fastball down the heart of the plate. Lines it into left field for a hit.
But here's Shohei. What a game he had on Wednesday against Texas. 4 hits, 2 home runs. Now hitting .287, 18 home runs on the year, 47 runs batted in.
I know you got a chance to talk to Patrick also, and Jose and myself, Patrick O'Neill, talked about what a performance that was for Shohei Ohtani. When you get the news you're going to need Tommy John surgery, yet you go out and focus and put together a game like that, it was amazing.
Slider followed by another slider inside part of the plate. It's an 0-2 count. Both pitches in the zone according to our Fox tracks. 3 infielders on the right side. Sanchez, the third baseman, is the lone guy on the left at shortstop. Try to throw another one. 1-2 count now. Shohei having a little press conference, if you will, down in the dugout before the game today, saying that he is going to play out the rest of the season before deciding on what to do. Bounces this one softly towards Sanchez. They'll get the lead runner. That's it. So Ohtani reaches on the fielder's choice. 1 down.
Now it's time for the Kia drive to success for Andrelton Simmons as he comes to the plate. What he has done in back-to-back season as far as double figures in his 10th home run just the other day. First Angel since Jim Fregosi to go back-to-back seasons with 10 or more home runs since 1969. Jim Fregosi did that. 69, 70. Simba, 10th home run. He had 14 last year.
Shohei off to a pretty good lead at first base. Simba takes a strike. .293 batting average for Andrelton. 10 home runs, 69 RBIs. Two for 5 on the Wednesday with that home run. A single. Oh, 2. Failed to mention with Ohtani at first base, we talked about the 4 hits, right? 2 singles and 2 home runs. He also walked. He was on base 5 times.
And stole a base.
And stole a base, right?
Yeah, he's just 3 stolen bases
Scored
away from
4 runs.
Double figures in stolen bases, too. An outside shot at 20 home runs, 10 stolen bases. Oh, yeah, he's in 4 wins on the mound. 10
total starts. I was doing the research because of the whole conversation about American League Rookie of the Year. Of course, Miguel Andujar has had a terrific season, terrific rookie campaign for the New York Yankees, and very deserving of the award. It's difficult to match what Shohei has done just because he's done it on both sides of the baseball. This was fouled off and out of play.
And we're noticing more and more consistent swings since he's getting more at bats.
If you start looking at OPS plus and WAR and the like, it's not much of a comparison, to be honest with you, other than the fact that Andujar has several more at bats than Ohtani does. Shohei has struck out perhaps a little bit higher rate than Miguel has, but aside from that, and he's got a slightly better batting average. Pretty good numbers. Check swing.
That strikeout rate has gone down a bit now since he's getting more at bats.
Duhars with 30+ doubles as well.
He's a special player
Yeah.
himself. Well, the quality of bat working again for Andrelton Simmons.
One out and one on. Simba with a full count. See if Ohtani's on the move here. We'll check in on him.
Rodon has given up some stolen bases. 11 of them in 14 attempts.
Rodon just 25 years of age. White Sox first round pick, 3rd overall back in 2014 out of North Carolina State. He was in 2014. He was in the big leagues in 2015. Shohei doesn't go, and Simba hits one up the middle past the diving Moncada. I don't know how that ball didn't hit Rodon, or maybe it did.
Yeah, he's not real comfortable. I don't know if it got him or just getting out of the way of it. Some discomfort.
Just missed him, it looked like.
Right back up the middle quickly. As soon as the follow through, when you think about it, when you land as a pitcher, you're about 50 feet away. The ball was hit very hard by Simba. Another really good at bat. We talked about him in the opening today, how well he has swung the bat on the road.
So Marte at the plate with 2 men on base. Pulls this one through the left side of base hit. Ohtani, a little bit of a late start. He's going to get stopped at third base, and the bases are loaded. Jeffrey jumping on that first pitch.
We talk about when you get a chance to get a fastball early, gets it, lines it in the hole. Right away, Dino Eagle putting up this stop sign to Shohei Ohtani.
So it's Taylor Ward now up with the bases loaded. Multi-hit game on Wednesday. His average at 211, 3 home runs, 9 runs batted in. First one catches the inside part of the plate.
This is where you're looking right now. If you're Taylor Ward, you're looking for a pitch you could hit in the air.
Like
Got one. Yes.
Good swing. Fouls it straight back. 0-2.
Imagine he'll get that down and in slider. Right down the heart of the plate. Was looking for that pitch. Got it. Just missed it.
It's almost a gift from a pitcher who's had a very good season. Ball that's up like that.
Keep an eye on that if for Shohei Ohtani. A slider in the dirt now.
Almost got him to chase it. And it's 1-2.
Still looking for that first grand slam of the season, the Halos.
Ohtani standing at third, Simmons at second, Marte at first. 1 out. We're in the second with no score. 3 singles allowed by Rodon in this inning. Two. Briseño, the number 9 hitters on deck. Engel plays a very shallow center field. As a matter of fact, all 3 outfielders play somewhat shallow.
Engel's made some unbelievable plays already this season in center for the White Sox.
He can go get it. 2-2. Full count. They wanted to appeal. He did not go.
Can you remember the time when Don Zimmer used to always send the runners on a 3-2 count with 1 out, bases loaded like this? Trusted the player at the plate was going to either know the strike zone well or put the ball in play.
3-2, and he'll go down swinging. Hear that, or Zim forgot how many outs there were. 2 down now.
Yeah, they're just missing getting him a chance to chase something upstairs. He went right back up with another fastball upstairs, and Taylor unable to make contact. This is trying to fight that one off. That last start out against the Red Sox, not a typical of what we've seen so far from Rodon this season. 4 earned runs, but previous 8 really good.
This was pulled over to third. Nice play to the backhand by Yolmer Sanchez. They force out Andrelton Simmons. The Angels get nothing out of it. Scoreless as we head to the bottom of the inning. Garcia, Palka, and Davidson for the White Sox here in the second. Golden opportunity for the Angels with the bases loaded, 1 out, but unable to capitalize. Rodon making a couple of good pitches. Now Pena out there to try to put up a 0. And a 1-2-3 first, including a couple of strikeouts looking. Garcia's the DH. That one is outside. Abisail, 236, 15 home runs, and 38 runs batted in.
Pretty unusual to see him take the first pitch. 46% of the time this season he has swung at the first pitch. That time he was ahead of the count, expanded the strike zone, and chased something out of the zone.
That's skied out toward right center field, slicing away from Trout. Look at the wind just push that thing. That is a home run.
Did you see that?
That's unbelievable.
You saw Trout's reaction. Talked about how well the baseball carries the right center field. Pretty good example of that one. That looked like it was going to be a routine out.
At one point, I'm sitting here waiting for Cole to come into the picture because that's how much that ball was slicing back toward right center.
It's a breaking ball. He went down and got it. And you can tell by his reaction, he didn't think he got that ball enough to get it out of the ballpark.
That's his 16th home run of the season, 39th RBI. The Sox play with the early lead.
What a difference. The Angels don't score in the first right away. Talk about momentum after a pitcher gets out of that situation. The White Sox come out and score right away.
Palka behind in the count and no balls in his strike. He's the right fielder. One ball, 1 strike. .237 average for Palka. 21 home runs at 55 runs batted in. Nice find for Chicago. Claimed off waivers from the Minnesota Twins in November last year. And among American League rookies, 3rd in home runs, 3rd in RBIs, 3rd in extra base hits, 4th in runs scored, 5th in total bases. Bouncer gloved, and off the glove I should say, Pena right to Simmons, and there's the first out.
I remember talking to Steve Stone when the White Sox were in town. He said Palka can really hit the ball. Baseball jumps off its bat. This time off the bat, off the glove of Pena over to Andrelton Simmons. 1-6-3 ground out.
There's Matt Davidson. Gets a start at first base. Jose Abreu is out for some time. He had to have pretty serious surgery, testicular surgery, about a week ago, a little over a week ago. Already resumed baseball activities. Perhaps he comes back. But, there he is. They had to have emergency surgery to take care of the situation, which is thankful for him that he's all right. You see him back.
Good curveball for Pena. You look at his numbers versus the fastball as compared to those secondary pitches. 284 versus fastball. 5 home runs allowed, but just 176 versus his curveball and his changeup with 4 big flies. Though he did give up a home run to Garcia on a breaking ball.
And the dirt gets away from Briseño. Did not go. Full count. Dribbler toward third. Taylor's got to come in on. Off balance throw, 2 outs. Bring up Narvaez. They join the Angels for Ducks night Friday as they take on the Seattle Mariners at 7:07. Fans in attendance will receive a celebratory duck call while supplies last. For more information on Ducks night, call angels.com, or I should say visit angels.com/promotions. Got the call thing in my head there.
Yes.
The duck call.
Yeah, it is.
Or call Gooby. He'll just do it for you on your voicemail.
Right around the corner of the NHL season. Preseason starts up pretty quickly.
A couple of weeks, right?
Yeah.
Narvaez hitting .278, 6 home runs, 24 runs batted in. This is up the third base line, and it'll go foul.
That's a pretty good changeup. That's a pretty good pitch.
Yeah.
He's got that working, that 2-seam fastball in at lefty, starts off the plate, comes back and catches a corner. You see there right in the middle of the plate, upper part of the strike zone.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff home run for Garcia out to right center field, giving the White Sox a 1-0 lead here in the second. pretty close pitch. Hunter Wendelstedt calling the balls and strikes tonight. Chris Guccione at first base. Ben May at second. Larry Vanover, the crew chief, over at third. It's the crew for this weekend series. Time called. Pull toward first. Marte uses the body. I tell you, every time he goes down like that, he goes into that goalie stance.
Yeah, he's getting ready
for
the hockey season.
For the basket.
Yes.
Body to their September roster. Rez called back up. So the left-hander the Angels acquired along with Ty Buttrey from the Boston Red Sox. Reed Kinsler has rejoined the Angels pen. So two lefties now out there. Jose Alvarez had a fantastic season. Has had a fantastic season.
He really has.
Cole struck out to lead off the game. 1 of 3 strikeouts for Rodon. He's ahead of the count. 1 ball, no strikes. Sanchez, the third baseman, in on the grass. Otherwise, you've got the usual setup against Cole. 3 infielders on the right, but Kata's not out in shallow right field like we saw Rougned Odor so often against Cole.
Take a look at our StatCast AI powered by AWS, where the infield is set up with 3 infielders on the right side of the infield. How many baseballs on the ground that Cole has hit that way? Just 18% to the left side of the infield on the ground. Good at bat working for Cole because he didn't seem like he saw the baseball real well in the first at bat. He's 2 for 10 coming into the game, now 2 for 11 in his career versus Rodon.
And he draws the 4-pitch walk to start the third. Take that. First free pass issued by the White Sox lefty.
Let's take a look at Old Dominion's bringing their best, and he has over the last 20 games. David Fletcher, what he has done as far as swinging the bat, helping that team at that top of the order. 354 batting average, 29 hits and 82 at bats. He's also scored 13 runs and 10 ribeye steaks for David Fletcher.
Nothing like a good marbling on that ribeye.
Yes. Good steaks around here in Chicago.
That's 5 out of the zone for Rodon. Fletcher glances down to Dino Evil. David hit a fly ball to right first inning.
Yeah, I was going to say you got a quick conversation after that. 6 in a row.
The entire infield comes in.
Yes. Hey, whoa.
Is that always good for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the entire infield. That's
hey, bring the outfielders in while we're at it.
Hey, what's going on here?
So you know what? Yeah, it's a pretty good idea. I think I haven't hit the strike zone 6 in a row. Maybe you guys saw something I'm doing wrong. You look back to that start he had against the Angels at the Big A, 7 2/3. It's 2 hits allowed so far. Really, when you look back, even the last inning wasn't hitting his spots either.
Still struggling with the command. Three balls, no strikes. These are the opportunities you got to take advantage of. And it's back-to-back 4-pitch walks, 2 on, nobody out for Trout.
Cooper looking on. Done a real good job over the years as the White Sox pitching coach.
Trout struck out on a breaking ball in the first.
He's really crushed the baseball well in the last 5 games here. In this ballpark, 468. Hasn't really seen the baseball well in his career versus Rodon so far. 0 for 8 in his career.
Jammed. May have broken his bat. Yep. New lumber on the way. No balls, 2 strikes.
It's something you don't really see too often with Trout. A broken bat.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of odd because he's able to get that barrel of the bat out so quickly. You just don't see that or hear that often.
Oh, 2. And that hit him. On an 0-2 count, the bases are loaded now with nobody out.
Runs that fastball in right on that protective area. Remember, he got hit with a pitch in Texas, that knee and calf area.
Ninth time he's been hit this year. Second consecutive inning, the Angels have had the bases loaded. Last time in the second with 1 out. This time with nobody out. Upton trying to single to lead off the second. It's the man at the plate.
Been great in his last 14 games. 345 with 14 RBI. Could this be the at bat for a grand slam?
Just missed off the plate for ball 1. Calhoun at third base, Fletcher at second, Trout at first. 2 balls, no strikes. Command is gone out the door for Rodon here in this 3rd inning, and leading at 1-0. That's out towards center. Angle got a good jump on it, is there. knuckling down. See how the wind knocked it down?
Wow. It's a pretty good recovery by Engel out in center field to catch that one.
Sack fly for Upton. Picks up his 76th run batted in. We're tied at 1.
Engel initially going back, then has to recover and come in and gets that baseball just before it hits the outfield grass. That swing enables the Angels to tie it up, and that sack fly by Justin Upton. So far, a good effort here for Jay Upson's coming back after missing 4 games. Base hit, now sack fly.
First and second, 1 out. Here Shohei reached on a fielder's choice in his first plate appearance. 1 ball, no strikes.
Let's take a look at our Subway League leaders as far as home runs by rookies this season. Acuna at the top with 24, Shohei Ohtani with 18, but considerably less at-bats than everyone on that list for Shohei Ohtani.
Two balls, no strikes. This one out to center field. Engel racing back to the track near the wall, leaps up. That is gone. Big fly for Shohei Ohtani. As Ohtani-san has done it again, a 3-run shot. And the Angels have taken the lead here to third.
Second career home run against a lefty for Shohei. Trout's got to score before Shohei does. He does. It is our Arco top tier play with that swing for Shohei Ohtani. Brings his hands inside on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball and quickly launches that one out to right center field. Engel, we've seen him make some great plays, not get to that baseball as that one's over the wall, just over his glove, and his glove over the wall. 19th home run for Shohei Ohtani.
That is a new record for Japanese-born rookie.
Incredible.
Been tied with Kenji Jojima of the Seattle Mariners, who did it back in 2006. Simba hits one out toward left center field. Engel moving back. The wind's going to hold that one up and knock it down. 2 outs.
And we talked a little bit on the pregame show with Mike Trout was saying about Shohei Ohtani on the flight out to Philadelphia, saying he was amazed at what he did that night before in Texas. And what he did that at bat once again. Incredible talent.
So we've said it quite a bit this year, Gooby, about Shohei not being in the lineup against left-handed pitching, and you know, you end up kind of thinking about it like how are you going to learn to hit big league left-handed pitching if you're not in the lineup to get the reps? And you've seen a guy now all of a sudden in the last couple of weeks look more and more comfortable, like he's got a little bit of a game plan.
Remember, he would get out of the way of a fastball in against a lefty. He stayed in there very, very well. That fastball at 94 was off the plate in.
This one's popped up. Davidson backpedals out, makes the catch, and that'll do it for the Angels. The 4 spot here in the third, capper by Shohei Ohtani.
what he does on the mound to the batter's box, and he's able to go out there and still swing the bat and play great after getting such disappointing news. So it says a lot about him.
Mike Scioscia talking about Shohei Ohtani, who has just homered yet again, a 3-run shot, giving the Angels a 4-1 lead.
The all-time leader as far as rookie home runs for a Japanese-born player. What a story he is.
Anderson skying this one. Taylor Ward is there. It's in fair territory. Makes the catch for the first down here in the third.
I mean, what Mike Scioscia said is exactly what we were saying during the course of that game in Texas. How you stay focused when you get that type of news. And Scioscia keeps saying that he's just astonished how he's able to stay focused from the get-go with all the pressure on him from the first pitch he threw, the first swing he had in spring training to what he's doing right now. And even going back to what he's doing against left-handed pitching right now. Well, he had good numbers in Japan. The batting average was there, but now he's starting to drive the ball well.
Bunt on the third base side. Ward barehands it. Took a little time to get rid of it. An angle with good speed. Legs down an infield base hit. I do want to say, because I was talking about, Shohei facing left-handed pitching earlier this year, not facing left-handed pitching, and how maybe kind of you stunt the growth, if you will. And now, because he's playing every day for the most part, gets an opportunity to see it. That being said, as I think about it, the book was being written this year on how the Angels organization was going to handle Shohei Ohtani, a two-way player that is dominant or can be dominant on both sides on the mound as well as in the batter's box. And so I can understand, gives pause a little bit to the fact that, all right, let's take this with kid gloves. Let's kind of, there's no reason to rush this. This is his first year in the big leagues. He's transitioning from Japan, completely different style of baseball, new pitchers, new arms, new ballparks, new surroundings. And so it's easy off the cuff to say, you should have been doing this all season long. Nobody knew. He maybe knew. He maybe believed in himself that he could do it all and not need recovery days and the like at pitching before or after. But, for an organization, you're learning about this individual every single day. And so you kind of have to play it out. Now you know.
Yes.
As soon as the season's over, now you kind of have an idea of what to expect going into 2019, assuming everything is fine and he's healthy and ready to go.
And able to swing the bat like he is right now. And Patrick O'Neill asked Mike Scioscia that even earlier today, and he said he's a student of the game.
Right.
So he's constantly looking and learning. Because everyone, all these pitchers he's seen for the most part are for the first time. It is amazing watching him play. It really is.
Good lead for Engel at first. Moncada takes a strike. 2-1. Yohan, the second baseman, hit a fly ball to left. Very first pitch he saw in the first inning. So he's 0 for 1.
Victor, going back to Shohei Ohtani, what he's done. His last 7 starts, 12 for 24, 6 home runs, 12 RBI.
And to me, and again, you look at numbers and you say, wow, look, this is what he's done. You can go back to early August. Just watch with your eyes how he looks in the batter's box and how he is tracking pitches. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That to me is a better indicator of a guy that the confidence continues to grow for him. And perhaps now that, I hate to say this, but with the injury and the announcement, doesn't have to worry about anything else.
Nope.
He can lock in on the offensive side of things, at least for the next 3+ weeks. Put up some numbers. Hopefully they're good enough for him to get the Rookie of the Year, and then go get ready for spring training. Engel's on the move. Moncada hits this one towards second. Nice play by Fletcher to stay with that. Ball was hit hard.
Yeah, it looked like he was initially thinking about going towards second. That baseball was really hit hard on Moncada.
2 down now with a man in scoring position.
See the runner going and even a little bit of a screen. That baseball was hit really hard, but Fletcher continues to get better and better at second.
Nomar Sanchez struck out looking in the first. Lifts this one out to shallow left. Long run in for Upton. He's there.
It's pretty funny, this communication. They're staying away from each other.
Exactly. Shutdown inning for Pena. Angels on top as we head to the fourth. Let's go to Angels.com for more details. Halos up 4-1. We're in the fourth. Halos had one hit in the third inning. That was the Shohei Ohtani home run. Rodon walked to and hit a batter to load him up before Upton had a sac fly, and then Ohtani's blast up to right center field. Home run ended up going 412 feet. Just a 30-degree launch angle, Gooby.
Not quite the 45 and 40 he had in Texas.
A little disappointing for you, I know.
Yeah, it is. But he still launched it out for a 412-foot home run. A 3-run home run, second career home run versus a left-handed pitcher.
8-9-1 for the Halos here in the fourth. Ward, Briseño, and Calhoun.
He just might be pretty good, don't you think?
Scary that you're just saying this how many years ago about a guy named Mike Trout?
Yeah.
And then you look down at the minor leagues and you see what Joe Adell is doing.
This sport right now has a ton of young talent. A ton.
Foul.
By the way, with Shohei Ohtani before that home run, 247 at bats. Acuna 347 at bats. Acuna with 24 coming in today. Now 18 for Ohtani coming in now. 19 home runs for Shohei.
I think that National League Rookie of the Year award is Acuna's to lose.
Yes.
2-2.
I love watching him play.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys now, young players in the game, where you just stop when they're at the plate. You see what they're going to do.
Payoff on the way. Taylor takes a called strike 3. 1 down.
Let's take a look at it. We Make It Easy, brought to you by SoCal Toyota. In the third inning, Shohei Ohtani with 2 on. Well, there's not anyone on base now with that fastball, 94 inside part. Exit velocity, 105.6 miles per hour. We mentioned that 30-degree launch angle, 412-foot home run for a 3-run home run. Shohei Ohtani is 19th of the season.
Last 7 starts, those are the numbers. Briseño fouls it off. 0-1. Jose grounded into an inning-ending fielder's choice in the second. Rodon really missing spots tonight. That pitch, Narvaez wanted it on the inside part of the plate, and it was nowhere near it.
And he's not going to rush the fastball consistently up at the upper 90s, but he's generally going to be 91, 96. It's been a field pitch for him tonight. It hasn't had that, not only not the velocity, but also location of that pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes. He's pitched well at home this year. This is his 8th start here. 3-1 with a 2.23 earned run average. They got in trouble by the 2 4-pitch walks to start the 3rd. And then the hit batter. Trout.
He's ahead of the count.
0-2. Briseño lines one to left. Delmonico is there. Trouts. Cole for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. One ball, 1 strike. 4-1 Halos here in the 4th.
Well, Cole has been really adjusted well to that leadoff spot. 44 games in the leadoff spot. 39 runs scored for Cole Calhoun.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Fletcher's on deck. Two. Reset and do it again. Time called at the last second. A little matchup at Fenway Park this weekend series. Boston hosting the Houston Astros. Red Sox up 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th.
The Astros really starting to play a lot better baseball.
Full count. Garrett Cole on the mound for Houston.
Bregman continues to crush the baseball.
Three-two now to Cole. That's way inside. Another walk picked up by Cole. 3rd issued by Rodon. Perfect example we were talking about as far as the lack of command tonight.
I mean, that missed by a lot. The catcher's setting up in the outside corner, and that's well off the inside corner.
Fletcher, fly ball to right and a walk. He's also scored.
Cole's been pretty patient. 42nd walk of the season, 9 in his last 6 games for Cole Calhoun.
That's lined toward the corner in left field. Fair ball. Cole will turn, stumbles a little bit, heading toward 3rd. Hopefully he's all right. Didn't roll his ankle. A little soft spot around the dirt there. Cole looking back at it. It's a double for David Fletcher. The Angels have runners at second and third with 2 outs.
Pitch upstairs again, mislocation of a pitch and right down the line once again. Monaco stumbles a little bit, slides over, cuts that one off. Eagles not going to take a chance, even though Mike Trout eventually here has walked potentially.
So Trout has walked intentionally. Load him up for Justin Upton. 110th walk. 22nd intentional for Trout. Cooper, the pitching coach, longtime pitching coach, out to pay a visit. Upton tonight 1 for 1, had a single in the second, a sac fly in the third.
Shohei Ohtani getting ready. He's on deck.
Angels have had him loaded a couple of times. It's the third in this game. Down in the dirt, gets away. Calhoun thought about it. Just didn't go far enough away from Narvaez.
That would have been a tough play, though, for Narvaez to be able to flip that one over with Justin Upton in that right-handed batter's box.
RBI that Upton picked up in the third, his 76th. Two balls, no strikes.
I mean, that's missing by quite a bit.
To me, and I'm not speculating anything, but if you see guys on the mound that all of a sudden have had very good seasons and either velocity goes down or command goes awry, I mean really goes off the charts, you wonder if something's bothered him.
Yeah.
Is he 100% comfortable on the mound? Because it breaks his bat. Upton slams it down. Anderson a little bit of a double clutch, and the Angels will leave them loaded, Gibby.
But at the bottom of the fourth, going back, it's just a matter of not feeling it and cutting across the body on delivery.
Today by Carl's Jr. The Western Bacon Cheeseburger is calling your name, little buddy. Pick it up. And by your Southern California Cadillac dealers. Beautiful night here in Chicago. A little cooler than it has been the last two places the Angels were at, Houston and Arlington, Texas. Felix Pena takes a 4-1 lead to the mound here at the bottom of the fourth inning. He'll face the heart of the order, Delmonico, Garcia, and Palca. And that is lined out to right field. Cole comes on, makes the catch.
That's
for the
one of
first
those
down.
tough plays as an outfielder. You have to commit right away to be able to run in and make that play. A lot of times you'll play it on a hop, especially with a pitcher on the mound. Get a ground ball, double play, but the commitment was there right away. And Cole able to run it down. Quick out for Pena. And that nice play by Calhoun and right. Especially when the wind has been messing around with the baseball so far tonight. Good play by Cole.
Garcia homered, leading off the second inning. His 16th home run of the season, 39th run batted in. Just below the zone. Halos with 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They've stranded 6. White Sox with a run on 2 hits. They've left 1 man on. It was in the 3rd. Garcia gets hit by a pitch.
Runs his fastball in almost the exact same spot where Mike Trout was hit with a pitch.
Difference is Garcia does not wear an elbow guard. Yep. He is just now getting to first base, clearly not happy. There's Daniel Palka, grounded out in the 2nd. Pulls this one into right field, a base hit, jumping on that first pitch. Garcia is going to stop at 2nd. 2 on with 1 down.
And generally, when you look at this White Sox lineup, it's a pretty deep lineup. They are always aggressive early. A number of hitters in this lineup, they are.
Davidson, the first baseman, comes up with a couple of men on. Grounded out to Taylor Ward. His first plate appearance. Take that right now and get a double play and get out of this. Good breaking ball.
Stayed on top. Talk about that release point of his curveball. Very important to stay on top of the baseball.
Davidson has grounded into 8 double plays this year. Got Garcia at 2nd.
Been pretty good as far as first pitch strikes so far. 15 batters faced, 11 first pitch strikes.
One and 2. Painting that fastball on the inside part of the plate. Davidson came at batting .238. 20 home runs. He's driven home 58. Down it goes on a breaking ball.
He will chase the breaking ball. Very strong versus the fastball. Very good downward action, 12-6 break. Stays on top. Late rotation of the baseball. Big punch out for Pena.
3rd strikeout for Felix. 2 out, 2 on. Narvaez comes to the plate. The catcher's 0 for 1. He grounded out sharply to Marte to end the 2nd inning. It's interesting that some of these White Sox players are real quick in the box, like to jump early on certain pitches. Others like to slow it down a little bit. 1-0. Angels have one more road trip after this weekend series here. That's line to center field. Trout coming on. Not going to catch it. Plays it on a hop. Garcia is being waved home. The throw from Trout up the third base line. It's an RBI single. And it's 4-2. Narvaez picks up his 25th RBI.
Yeah, Trout did a nice job getting a lot behind that throw. Just a little bit up the third base line allows Garcia to score. Not a bad pitch either. Went down and got it. Bars went out. Good piece of hitting. Just a little bit up the line. Trout's been real good as far as that arm strength, playing long toss consistently. That one just a little bit up the third base line.
So that hit batter comes around to score. 2 on, 2 out still. It's Anderson at the plate. He popped out to Taylor Ward. Leading off the third. 1 ball, no strikes. Lifts this one out the left. It's playable for Upton.
Look at that baseball move.
Oh my word.
It's like a wiffle ball.
Yep, exactly. There's the third out. The Sox get a run here in the fourth. We'll head to the fifth. Ohtani to lead things off, but the Angels up 4-2.
On a 94-mile-an-hour fastball in. The perfect follow through and finish on that swing for Shohei Ohtani. 3-run home run for Showtime. 19th home run of the season. Also giving him now 50 RBI for Showtime.
Well, the lead is now 4-2. Ohtani, Simmons, and Marte. 5, 6, and 7. Had a slider to drive there, just pulled off of it a little bit.
Back-to-back breaking balls after the home run we just showed on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
Two balls, 1 strike. Fastball up and in, bends Shohei back a little bit.
After 3 straight breaking balls, a fastball in, way in.
Three-1, and there's a walk. the 5th walk issued by Rodon tonight.
And still missing by a lot.
He was, I mean, the first inning was unbelievable. He was dotting I's.
See where Narvaez is set up and how far he's got to reach back. That's not the first time he's done that tonight. He's done that about 5 or 6 different times. And a lot of times when you miss that far, and when you're trying to get, especially as lefty, that glove side fastball, it's all about that delivery and getting that arm in that spot where you're releasing the baseball out in front. He's cutting across his body, and that's why that pitch is missing by so much.
3rd time this year he's had 5 or more walks. That one misses outside. Season high is 6 at Houston on July the 5th. He had 5 against Tampa Bay on August the 4th.
Yeah, 80 pitches, 41 of those pitches have been out of the strike zone.
Almost looks as if he's not using anything as far as the lower half. It's all upper body.
Yeah, you know, and I was, especially early in my career, I was prone to the walk. And I remember all the times when you did that is that you're cutting across the body. And ideally, you want to release the baseball. You can almost pick up dirt. And when you're not doing that, you're almost coming across the body. You're hitting your thigh or even your rib cage as far as the delivery of the baseball instead of being out in front. And this doesn't look like he's comfortable. And they want to make sure he's healthy this time of the year. He's thrown the ball exceptionally well all season long. Now over that 100 innings mark now.
Dylan Covey getting ready for Chicago.
Pretty big lead for Ohtani.
Simba's 1 for 2 at a base hit in the 2nd, a fly ball to center in the 3rd inning.
Mentioned earlier, Rodon is susceptible to a stolen base as a left-handed pitcher. 11 stolen bases against him. Narvaez has thrown out 25%.
Pulled foul. Hello, Larry Vanover. Nice effort by the ball boy.
Pretty good dance moves for Vanover, too.
Yeah. Check his pulse right down that eye watch. Apple Watch, I guess, technically speaking. Three balls, 1 strike. A completely different guy on the mound today than the Angels faced in July at home.
Yep. There wasn't many good swings at all against him. That was in 7 2/3 innings pitched. Maybe going.
Three 1. Underneath this one out to left. One down. Shohei back to first. There's Jeffrey Marte. Hit a single. Back in the 2nd. Popped out to Davison into 3rd. It's 4-2 Angels here in the 5th inning, but certainly should be perhaps a lot more, considering that the Angels in this game have had the bases loaded against Rodon 3 times.
Almost just wild enough to get out of the innings.
Effectively wild.
Yes. But that's, you know, generally you don't think of that as part of his game anymore. But it is tonight.
One 0 count. It's a pretty good pitch, not called a strike. And when you're struggling,
Yeah.
as you certainly want those type of pitches.
But it's also difficult to get those borderline pitches called your way when you've been so erratic on the mound, though.
Yeah.
I mean, a strike's a strike. We've talked about that a lot also. But, you know, umpires work together with pitchers, especially when they're in a good groove, they're throwing strikes. Works just the other way when you're out of the strike zone. It's another pretty close pitch.
Well, Kobe's ready to go on the pen.
Marte will be swinging here. We'll have the green light 3-0. We've seen him do that in the past. But you got to make sure if you're swinging at 3-0, it's a pitch you can hit a long way.
And a walk. No. A strike. Oh.
I was already writing that one down.
Yeah, let me. Yeah, well, that's nowhere near the strike zone. That's in the left-handed batter's box.
Late movement?
Yeah, something like that. 3-1. Pause. It's a strike. That one did catch the inside corner.
Imagine Ohtani on the move. Make sure he delivers the baseball home first.
Fouled at the plate. Narvaez unable to hang on to it. So we'll see another full count.
Shohei not going on that one.
Three-two. Bouncer foul.
A little bit bigger lead for Ohtani, a 13-foot lead.
Shohei with the leadoff walk. Simba, a fly ball to left. One out. We're in the fifth. Shohei's on the move. He had a huge jump, and Marte skies this one out the left. Delmonico will have a play on it as that wind keeps it in the yard and actually brings it back. Shohei back to first, 2 down. Big jump for Ohtani. And almost a big swing by Marte.
Got to touch that base and then get back to first. Yeah, he had a huge jump. And Marte had a pretty good pitch. The drive just got underneath it enough to keep it in the ballpark.
This one's line to left. Taylor Ward 0 for 2 on the night with a couple of strikeouts. Strikes for a 2-out single here in the fifth.
Aggressive early. Looks like that's it.
Renteria's come out, is going to make the move. Tough night for Carlos Rodon command-wise. Issuing 5 walks, 1 intentional. Has also hit a batter. He'll depart with a couple of men on, and the Angels leading it 4-2.
By Heffernan Insurance, insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. And by City National Bank, a proud sponsor of Angels baseball.
Beautiful night, windy, although it's a little chilly. Beautiful nonetheless on this Friday night. The Angels on top by the score of 4-2. Top of the fifth, 2 ounces. Pitcher change brought to you by Purple Bricks. Dylan Covey takes over for Rodon, and he'll do so with a couple of men on. He'll face Jose Briseño. Covey on the season 5-12 with a 5.51 ERA. 23rd game. He's made 17 starts for them. He's walked 43, struck out 70 in 98 innings of work. Ohtani at second. Taylor Ward at first.
Kobe's fastball, as you see right there, pretty good one. 92-96. He'll throw a cut fastball, curveball, slider, and changeup. This type of counts 0-1 against right-handed batter. He likes to throw a slider. Second pitch.
Kobe, 27 years of age, born in Glendale, went to high school at Pasadena. Off to the University of San Diego. Oakland made him a 4th-round pick in 2013. Rule 5 selection prior to last year from Oakland. This one bounced over to short. Anderson go on to first. Angels are done here in the 5th. Right at the bottom of the frame, still 4-2 Halos. In the hizzy.
I can't wait to hear that for Patio.
Halos up 4-2. Felix Pena back out of the bump. He'll face 9-1-2 for the White Sox. Engel, Moncada, and Sanchez.
Big inning here for Felix Pena. So far, so good. Outside of the home run to Garcia. No walks, 3 strikeouts. 49 pitches for Pena.
Engel had a bunt base hit in the 3rd inning, so he's 1 for 1. Two on. Evens up the count.
That's that good two-seam fastball from Pena. Very good as far as the ratio between strikes and balls out of the strike zone.
That one off the leg. Count remains at 2-2. Briseño trying to sell it. It's good effort on his part.
Yes.
Full count. There's the payoff.
Yeah, real good movement once again with his fastball.
Engel came at batting .236. .276 on base percentage. Another 3-2. Another foul.
It's a club that strikes out quite a bit. 1,353 strikeouts as a team coming into the game tonight. 3 strikeouts for Pena against him tonight. 10 batters in this lineup with 100 or more strikeouts for the White Sox. I think that 8 batters, I should say.
Foul back.
Nice play. Victor, you look like a wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles making that play.
You like that?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I thought one little Travis Kelce over the middle.
His brother's good, though, the center for the Eagles. It's another one of the strikeouts.
1 out. That
See,
was,
you made that play like that. You used 2 hands.
That
again.
was a tough one.
Yeah.
Because that was up that way.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was going to make it.
Trout said you did a good job, by the
Yeah,
way.
think so?
Yeah.
Should I give him one of these?
Yeah.
You caught one here a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
That ball was coming in hot.
Yeah. That didn't feel real good.
Yeah.
And it's one of the ballparks where there's a good chance it's flying in here.
This one's pulled foul. 1 ball, 1 strike on Moncada.
Nice play.
Yeah.
Could you turn 2 with that one?
No, well, I turned to the side because I really thought that ball was going to ricochet off the top.
In other words, Tom Taylor had you covered.
Yeah,
right next to you.
Yeah, something like that. Moncada's 0 for 2, a fly ball to left, and a ground out. 2-2. Pena just keeps getting better and better, more confidence.
Yeah, his feel for his curveball, excellent. His changeup, it's been pretty solid tonight, but his two-seam fastball has been really, really good.
Two. This pulled and gloved by a diving Marte. Foot race, and nobody's going to be there. Pena a little bit late. Terrific play by Jeffrey Marte. It goes an infield base hit. And Moncada a little slow getting back toward first. I wonder if he felt something after he touched the bag.
Sometimes as a pitcher, when you see a real good play, you end up being a spectator. And Felix Pena was late getting over there. Moncada
He's going down quickly down the line, especially when he sees the pitcher getting a little bit late, getting over the first. It's a foot race, and he's going to win that one. This team can run, and they will attempt a stolen base.
Sanchez 0 for 2, struck out. Looking in the first inning, hit a fly ball to left in the third. Popped up. Simba cutting over, takes over for Taylor Ward. 2 down.
He's always looking.
Always looking to throw the ball. Hey, this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP.
Tell you what, if you're a base runner, you could never drift far away from a base with anything hit towards Andrew Simmons.
I think the only way it works nowadays is if you get a young guy that just came up from the minor leagues.
Yeah.
Not absolutely sure of what Andrew Simmons is known to do, even though they go over it in scouting reports. Be alive on the bases. Low throw. Okada's back. Delmonico's 0 for 2. Strikeout and a fly ball to right. Squared one up in that fourth inning. That was a low liner that Cole caught. He thought about jumping on that first pitch.
That was a dangerous spot. And this is one of those counts right now where the hitter, when he misses his pitch, as a pitcher, you don't have to throw him a strike. More likely, he's going to expand the strike zone against you because he might have missed his pitch in that at bat.
Just missed that one, too. The ball's 2 strikes.
So pretty good career numbers against the Angels, 333.
Oh, 2. Way inside. A little jackknife action for Delmonico.
Senya's thrown out 33% of base stealers this season. Moncada with 11 stolen bases.
Yes, he did on the breaking ball. We'll have to throw down with 2 outs. There's the third out of the inning. 5th strikeout for Felix Pena. We're headed to the 6th inning with the Angels up.
York City Field. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Not tied anymore with that home run. Quick through that baseball. Phillies lead the Mets 4-3 in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Here it's a 4-2 Angels lead as we start the 6th inning. Top of the order. Calhoun, Fletcher, and Trout. Dylan Covey came in and got the final out of the 5th, back out to start the 6th. Colo for 1. He struck out in the 1st, and since then he's walked twice. He's also scored a run. Fletcher, then Trout. 6 total hits for the Angels, all allowed by Carlos Rodon. Cole goes down swinging for the first out.
Fletcher coming to the plate. Let's go back to my Hyundai key for this game. Talking about balance in the lineup. The beginning is the end. This is the beginning. Beginning is the end is the beginning. So up and down the lineup for the Halos tonight. Some pretty good swings, including a 3-run home run by Shohei Ohtani. A lot of base runners for that big hit to really break it open.
Fletcher 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. A 1 tight. David pulling a double down the left field line. The 4th inning with 2 outs. 16th of the year.
Last 21 games, hits in 18 of them.
Breaks his bat, bounces one back to the mound. 2 outs. So Trout coming to the plate. Strikeout, hit by a pitch, and intentional walk.
Just feel that this is the bat. He's going to be looking first pitch fastball. If he gets that fastball, he'll be swinging early. He has homered in 3 of the last 4 games here. Chicago.
Rolled toward the middle. Anderson's going to have to hurry. Off balance throw, and Davidson unable to dig it out of the dirt, so Trout will reach.
They'll end up giving an infield hit on that one.
Sure enough, a base hit.
Off balance throw, line on it, a 1-hop throw. Real close at first. Trout beats it out. On base 3 times. On that throw into the dugout, will advance second.
Error on Anderson. The old combination platter, hitting an error.
Yum.
You guys were in Jersey, right?
Yes.
A lot of diners in Jersey.
Yes, there is.
Renteria comes out to talk things over with Hunter Wendelstedt. I wonder if this is a ground rules question, where the ball hit after the fact. Renteria says never mind. He went out there. He had a question in mind, and that's why he was having guys look at it from a replay review standpoint. It gave him the high sign to go ahead and move forward. Here's Upton. Justin 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out, had a sac fly in the 3rd inning. He'd like to have that at bat in the 4th inning back. Gets for Rodon. Bases loaded. 2-0 count. They got jammed. Grounding out. They end that inning.
Yeah. Kobe pitches inside quite a bit too. Runs that fastball in.
I think you have to. It's the way hitters kind of look out over the plate. Misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
So often we talk about hitters trying to lift the baseball in the air. It's difficult to do that when that fastball's running in on your hands.
Two on count. Ohtani's on deck. Although the White Sox have a lefty in their bullpen right now. Maybe they decided to switch it up, match up.
Ohtani with a home run versus a lefty early in the game. 2nd career home run versus a left-handed pitcher. Both on this road trip. I think it was part of the road trip, right? Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2/3 of it was in
Yeah.
Texas. Another 3-city trip. The last road trip of the year for the Angels is through Oakland and Houston. 6-gamer. 2-2. Upton, little flare into foul territory. Davidson can't get there. Reset it, do it again. Trout back to 2nd.
Speaking of Texas, Texas playing in Oakland tonight up in Oakland.
Texas will come down to Southern California on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And the Seattle Mariners in town for 4. 7-game homestand upcoming. 2-2 again. Another foul. Kobe ready, glance back, and Upton strikes out with men in scoring position. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Angels still on top. By strikeout slavery. Go to angels.com/promotions to get your tickets today. 4-2 Halos, bottom of the 6th. Garcia, Palka, and Davidson against Felix Pena. Last time up, Garcia was hit by a pitch. First at bat, he homered. Solo shot in the second.
Long glare out by Garcia to Felix Pena, not only when he was hit, but also when he crossed the plate.
'73 pitches for Felix. If you look out at the Angels bullpen, there's guys all over the place. Number 1, 2,
yes.
Starting to stretch a little bit into September baseball, so call-ups.
Been real good as far as strike to ball ratio.
Back up the middle and lead off single for Garcia. On board 3 times tonight.
Very big batter here now for Felix Pena, especially Palka in his power. Aggressive on the first pitch.
There's that first pitch swinging toward the corner in left field. Upton moving over, makes the catch. Garcia will stay at first base. 1 down, big out too.
Pretty good indication he was a little bit off balance and towards the end of the bat still got that ball pretty far the opposite way.
The way the wind's blowing, I mean, if you've got a left-handed batter up, you want him. You want to pitch him away.
Force him to hit the ball up in the air that way. Big swing for Davidson. His numbers against the Royals this season: 378 with 8 home runs, 14 RBI. That's just in 12 games. Including a 3 home run game in late March to start the season.
No balls, 2 strikes. Davidson grounded out in the second, struck out in the 4th. Line to right field, a base hit. That's a pretty good piece of hitting. Decided to go a fastball on him.
I was surprised he did, especially in the last at bat where he expanded the strike zone and chased the break ball. It was a good piece of hitting, like you said, Victor. It's a fastball off the plate, but he stayed with it, didn't try to pull it. Lines it in the right field. Good balanced swing for him.
Omar Narvaez, the catcher, grounded out, singled home a run.
One thing that's hurt a little bit for Felix Pena this season is the batting average with runners in scoring position. Over 300, 302. is probably sitting on a fastball now with this count. 2 runners on.
Two. Figure the changeup would be a terrific pitch here. Had him out in front a couple of plate appearances ago. Back to the fastball.
He tried to run that one back in.
Tim Anderson, the man on deck. 3-2 now. Ground ball back to Pena. Fires to Simmons for 1. The relay back to first. In time, inning-ending double play.
Well, I love the energy that Felix Pena has. Very good fielding pitcher, perfect throw. 1-6-3, double play.
Like Jack's Teriyaki Bowls, only at Jack in the Box for a limited time. Opening game here in Chicago against the White Sox. Halos up by the score of 4-2 as we start the 7th inning. Chicago with a new pitcher on the mound. Dylan Covey's done after an inning and a third. And it is Aaron Bummer on in relief. 24-year-old. Be coming on for the 29th time this year for Chicago. He's 0-1 with a 3.27 ERA, 22 innings, 29 hits, 24 strikeouts, and 6 walks. So Tani will lead things off. He'll be followed by Angelton Simmons and then Jeffrey Marte. Kobe ends up going an inning and a third, striking out 2 and allowing 1 hit.
Bummer fastball, pretty good one, 91 to 95. We'll throw a cutter, slider, changeup.
Slow breaking ball in for a strike. Shohei's 1 for 2, a 3-run home run in the 3rd. Walked in the 5th, his first plate appearance, resulting in a fielder's choice. 0-1 shows bunt off the glove of Narvaez. Not a bad idea with Yolmer Sanchez playing near the shortstop position.
And his speed too, running down the line. By the way, that's a 5th straight start for Felix Pena. Well, he's gone at least 6 innings. With that double play turn. Looking for a little more run support here in this inning.
It's out toward left, slicing, foul and out of play. Go back and revisit the home run that he hit back in the 3rd inning.
And it's a firm fastball.
And it's off the plate in, brought his hands inside the baseball well and got through, got the barrel of the bat and lines that one over the wall. Right center field. Right behind Mike Trout. That's a pretty good hack on a slider. I wonder now if he will not try a high fastball against him.
1-2. Takes it low.
.77% of the time, I'll throw a 2-2 fastball. I wonder if we'll try one now with Ohtani here.
A breaking ball. Shohei goes down swinging for the first down.
He's throwing a breaking ball here. He's pulled off that one just enough to get a swing and miss. He's pretty good as far as staying inside on a couple of the breaking balls early in the at bat.
Andrelton Simmons 1 for 3. Had a base hit back in the second. Bummer, born in Valencia, at the high school in Peoria, Arizona. Then off to the University of Nebraska. Go Huskers.
Darren Erstad.
Yep. That is lined out toward left center field. Delmonico pulls up. That's off the top of the wall and gone. Big fly for Andrelton Simmons. It extends the Angels' lead to 5-2.
Not easy to hit a baseball out that way tonight unless it's on the line, and that's exactly what it was by Simba. His 11th home run, like we talked about in the opening today, how well he's hit the baseball on the road. His 3rd home run of this road trip. His fastball cut back, middle of the plate, and Simba was ready, lines that one out. 70th RBI, 11th home run of the season for Andrelton Simmons.
Third home run in the last 7 games for Simba. Here's Marte, who's 1 for 3.
It's a big extra run, especially as you get deeper in the game.
Off the glove. Marte ahead of the count here. 3 balls, no strikes.
2 more home runs tonight for the Halos, giving 184 in the season.
Takes a strike.
Talked about Shohei Ohtani in the opening also, with 3 home runs coming to game today. Now with a home run. 4 home runs in his last 3 games for Shohei Ohtani.
Bouncer left side. Glove. Nice play by Yolmer Sanchez. Spins around, throws out Jeffrey for out number 2.
Made a couple pretty good plays at third tonight. Sanchez going real good, showing some real good range and that good throwing arm he has. Able to get Marte at first. Off the bat, you're thinking that's a base hit.
Taylor Ward 1 for 3. Singled his last time up.
On the very first pitch.
Nobody warming for the Angels. Very manageable pitch count for Felix Pena. There is action in the Sox pen, however. Genmar Gomez getting ready. Launch angle for Simmons, 18.
18? Well, he figured, you know, if I hit it high to left center field, it's going to get knocked down, so I'll hit it on the line.
A striped 2-iron. 1-2.
You never want to hit a baseball too high.
No. Just ask those guys in Major League.
Yes.
Never too high.
Yes.
Taylor, a strikeout for the 3rd out. The Angels get a run here, the 7th on the Angels, and Simmons' home run is 11th of the year. 70th RBI, giving the Angels a 5-2 lead. Time now for the Arco game break with Patrick O'Neill.
Well, you could call it hyperbole if you'd like, but what we're witnessing from Shohei Ohtani is a generational talent, a once-in-a-lifetime superstar. Maybe what they saw here in Chicago in '84, Michael Jordan's rookie year, or when Tiger Woods burst onto the scene in the '90s. Blake Griffin with the Clippers, or our very own Mike Trout. This is what we're getting here with Shohei Ohtani. He's done it again here in the 3rd inning. As Gooby mentioned, his 4th home run in the last 3 games. What a September it has been so far in just these 3 games. But what is the most impressive, as you see Engel unable to pull that one back, is how Shohei Ohtani has been able to focus. Getting this bad news, just putting it away, compartmentalizing is what I'm trying to say. It's a tough word for me, but Shohei Ohtani does not have any problem with any of that. He really is something special, and we all get to watch it. Well, we'll get back to the boys for the rest of this game, but first, here's a word from Arco.
Five strikeouts, no walks, 1 hit batter. 7 hits allowed. Anderson 0 for 2, twice has hit a fly ball out. Out toward left center field, not very deep. Upton comes in, make that 3 times tonight. Anderson has hit a fly ball out. You'll take that, especially if you're trying to stay in this game.
That's real good communication right away, too, for Upton and Trout.
Angels have a new 3rd baseman. It's Caleb Cowart. Replaces Taylor Ward. Engel had a bunt base hit in the 3rd inning, struck out in the 5th.
how we're playing in, is to try to take that bunt away.
Two on. That is pulled down the left field line, foul. This type of swing, you figure that he is geared up looking for something on the inside part of the plate. You can exploit him away, especially with off-speed stuff.
This might be that time to drop that curveball.
Got him upstairs.
Oh, he was looking maybe curveball, because that was not fully committed as far as the swing on a high fastball. Still firm. 91st pitch, 94-mile-an-hour fastball with some movement. He was anticipating something off speed. Worst thing you could do as a hitter is look off speed, especially when a guy can throw that firm.
Get the express.
Yes.
That's not good. Longest outing of his career, 7 innings, last time out. Trying to match it here tonight. Okada takes a strike.
That's a great changeup. Started early in the game with his changeup. Now here in the 7th inning, his 92nd pitch, a perfect changeup.
0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Really under control in his delivery. Keep in mind, when he started that first game early in the season for the Angels, that's his first career start in the big leagues. Been starting in the minor leagues before.
Well, dribbler. Pena off the mound has it. A little underhand flip. They got it. A 1-2-3 7th inning for Felix Pena. He's done a terrific job for him. Angels up 5-2 as we head to the 8th.
Very good his last time out. 1-0 with a 2.53 ERA in 2 starts, going against big game James Shields, 6-15, 4.39 ERA for Shields. Pretty good career numbers against the Angels for Shields. 7-5.
This will be his 2nd start against the Angels this season. Briseño leading things off. 9-1-2 here in the 8th inning. The Angels up 5-2. Bummer went 1 inning so far, has gone 1 inning. Gave up the home run to Simba, struck out 2 in that 7th inning. Left side, Tim Anderson knocks it down from his knees, throws on to first, but throws wide. Briseño with an infield base hit. If he comes up with that ball cleanly, he might have an out at first.
Especially with that arm he has. He's really turned himself into a very good shortstop. On occasion he'll have that wide throw, but he's got a great arm, very good range at shortstop.
Cole tonight 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. 2 balls, no strikes.
That's just a pretty good balance. The need for that really solid in this lineup today. Even though Cole not a base hit yet, a couple walks, a run scored.
Two-one count. Sanchez in on the grass over at third base with a shift on. Action of the White Sox pen. 2-1. Cole drives one out the left field. Delmonico, looked like he had to deal with the lights there for a second. Nice play, 1 down.
Baseball was hit very hard by Calhoun.
Brings up Fletcher. MLB At Bat is your #1 Angels app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Angels home screen icons and features such as MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today. Pitching change. Rick Renteria is going back out to the bullpen with Fletcher coming to the plate. Angels on top 5-2. A bummer on the mound. Gomez pitching in his 21st game, 0-1 and a 5.51 ERA for the native of Venezuela, now 30 years of age. Broke in with the Cleveland Indians back in 2010. He'll face David Fletcher. And then you've got Mike Trout after that.
Yeah, there's a lot of sinkers, fastball, 90-93, curveball, slider, changeup.
Starter, the early part of his career has been exclusively out of the pen since 2014 with Pittsburgh. Not a strikeout guy, hoping for a double play ball. One and 0. Fletcher, a 1 for 3 night with a double and a walk.
Long look down to third base for Fletcher, especially with a ground ball pitcher. Not a bad guy, and the way Fletcher handles the bat to put hit and run on. Trusted Fletcher going to put the ball in play on the ground.
There goes Briseño. This is pulled and gloved again by Yolmer Sanchez, robbing Fletcher of a base hit. 2 down. Some pretty good range at the hot corner.
Trout coming to play another open base. You wonder if he'll get a chance to swing the bat. Sanchez has made some great defensive plays at third. And with the hit and run on perfection. Another intentional walk for Trout.
So it'll be up to Upton.
On base 4 times for Trout tonight.
1 for 2 overall, 2 intentional walks and a hit by pitch. Upton tonight, 1 for 3. Sac fly. Oh, 1 count on Justin. Fletcher at second, Trout at first. Upton pulls it foul out in front of that one. 0-2.
Trying just to get those add-on runs here late. Fan happy get that baseball. Bullpen getting ready.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Up it with some room in the right field line. If he gets that one of those sliders out over the plate, stays back on it, lines it that way, could bring home 2.
Called strike 3. Off speed pitch got him looking. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning with the Angels still up 5-2. 70th appearance, just to continue extending that career high for him. 5-3 with a 2.65 earned run average. Going to face 2, 3, and 4 in Sanchez, switch hitter, Delmonico, lefty, and then Garcia, the DH. Although could be just the first two batters. Then you've got Anderson in the bullpen to face Garcia if you wanted to.
Almost everyday Alvarez again in there.
Might as well. That's how it's worked out so far. Over Sanchez tonight, 0 for 3. All three of those plate appearances coming from the left side. 202 batting average this season from the right side. And he'll look at his strike. He has played phenomenal third base tonight. Some great plays, ranging far to his left.
That's a good changeup. I was asking Cam Bedrosian about Jose Alvarez and how he's been able to maintain his velocity on his pitches from all these games and appearances, and a few times even getting up and not getting in the game. So he's really got himself focused and not wasting throws earlier in the day as far as a lot of that extra flat work. He just wants to make sure he gets good, consistent arm slots with all his pitches, and he's been good. His velocity on his fastball has stayed 91, 92 all season long. His changeup's been good. Also that sweeping breaking ball.
I'm amazed, to be perfectly honest with you, how much throwing pitchers do every single day. Almost to the point where it's like, is it overkill? And not just playing catches. This is pulled through the left side. Pretty good piece of hitting. As he brought the hands in, Sanchez on board to lead off the 8th inning. It's not max effort per se, but I mean it's certainly not just playing catch to get the arm loose.
And they do a lot of flat ground work. And what we mean by flat ground, most pitchers are going to be off the mound, the incline, but they're doing it, going through to simulating the same type of arm action and delivery, but on flat ground where they feel it's not as much stress on the arm, but still it's a lot of throwing.
Especially in this day and age of the specialized game, especially with starters not working deep into ball games. Bullpen guys being used as much as they are. Delmonico swinging first pitch, fouls it back. Oh for 3 tonight. 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to right. Not a big lead at all for Sanchez at first. Delmonico hits one towards second. One hopper, Fletcher to Simmons, on to first. Double play, 2 down.
These two continue to impress as far as turning double plays. 2 more double plays turned today by the Halos. 2 for Andrelton Simmons. Another double play turned by David Fletcher. Good feed over to Simba. 4-6-3 double play.
Here's Garcia. He's been on board 3 times. Twice he earned it. Once the hard way, hit by a pitch. Inner half of the plate, 92. Five runs, 9 hits, no errors. The Angels have stranded 9. White Sox, 2 runs on 8 hits. They've committed 1 error. They've left 5 on base. 1-1. The Angels in the 9th inning will have Ohtani, Simmons, and Marte. Shohei with a 3-run home run in the 3rd inning, his 19th home run. And now with 50 runs batted in. 1-1 pitch. 2-1.
50 RBI in the season, but also 63 strikeouts on the mound for Shohei Ohtani.
Daniel Palka on deck, left-handed batter. Throwing that first pitch strike hasn't been anywhere near the strike zone. They want to check swing, did not go. A 2-out walk. Stay tuned for Angels Live postgame show presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. 2-out walk puts a man on, and it's Daniel Palka coming up. The right fielder's 1 for 3, had a base hit in the 4th inning. Does not get cheated at the plate, does he?
No.
Talking about letting it fly.
He's got 12 home runs versus a fastball this season.
Oh, 2. Oh, 2. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not a big lead at all for Garcia at first. Down goes Palka. Nice job by Jose Alvarez. We'll head to the 9th with the Angels on top.
For Shohei Ohtani. To start of Carlos Rodon. Fastball in at 94. Turned on a 3-run home run. His 19th home run of the season. 50 RBI for Shohei Ohtani.
Ready to lay things off here in the 9th inning. Jenmar Gomez came in and finished off the 8th inning. Back out to start this one. Breaking ball, first pitch for a strike.
Pretty good changeup.
Yeah. That's a movement on it, too.
Fade action on that one.
That'd be considered a fade piece?
Yes. Starts in the strike zone, fades off the outside corner.
Got another one.
It's a pretty good take by Ohtani on that one.
One ball, two strikes. Leadoff man to start the ninth.
It's more of a show pitch off the plate to come back. More likely it was change up away.
Shohei announced it before the game today that he will continue to hit the remainder of the season. After the season ends 3 weeks from Sunday. They'll make the determination as to what the course of action is with the right elbow. 2-2. Got him looking outside part of the plate. One down.
Kind of a backdoor slider. I mean, backdoor cutter.
And Simmons will step up. Multi-hit game for Simba. Single and a home run. On the corner, evens the count of 1 ball, 1 strike. That's out to center field. Angle back is there. 2 down. Ty Buttrey getting ready. Bottom of the 9th inning. Davidson, Narvaez, and Anderson. Jeffrey Marte, 1 for 4 tonight. He started first base. Caleb Coward on deck. Angels with a 4-run inning in the 3rd. Sac fly by Justin Upton with the base loaded, nobody out, and then the Ohtani blast out to right center field.
That was all on just 1 hit.
Yeah, that inning, you're right. 7 men came to the plate in that inning. 2 walks, a hit batter, a sac fly, and a home run. That's one way to do it.
Yeah. It's making that 1 hit count.
That manufacturing runs is overrated.
Especially with Shohei Ohtani swinging the bat right now.
0-2.
4 home runs last 3 games for Shohei Ohtani.
Houston, by the way, took round 1.
Yeah, they were down. You remember in that game?
Yeah. 6-3 the final.
Just looking at that, Bregman got it working later in the game with a leadoff double.
Quickly, his name's starting to kind of climb up as far as MVP candidates.
He's got so many extra base hits.
And by the way, JD Martinez, I've been saying this all season long. At the start of the day, he and Mookie Betts were tied for the league lead in average, so a chance for a triple crown. We're going to head bottom of the 9th inning. The Angels up 5-2. Above and beyond player of the game, and it is Felix Pena, the Angels starter for the second consecutive start. 7 innings tonight, 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 home run. That was to Garcia. 6 strikeouts, no walks, and he hit 1 batter, and that, of course, was also Avisail Garcia. He was locked in early and often, and when he needed to make a big pitch, he certainly got it, especially with a couple double plays. The last one that finished off his 7th inning. So that's where we stand right now as we start this bottom of the 9th inning. And it's Ty Buttrey looking for his first major league save. Buttrey with a total of 5 saves in the minor leagues, 1 this year. And that was at AAA Pawtucket. He had 5 last season between AA and AAA. Comes down for a major league save. It'll be Davidson, Narvaez, and Anderson.
He has been impressive so far. Got a plus changeup to go along with a good slider and curveball and firm fastball. Upper 90s.
First pitch in for a strike. Davidson tonight 1 for 3, singled in the 6th. One ball, 1 strike. One. Dribbler up the third base line. Caleb will watch it going to foul territory. It's 1-2. This is Ty's 9th game with the Angels. 8 1/3 innings, 9 strikeouts, 3 walks. Good fastball, runs it in on the hands. Breaking ball misses. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I think that was a pretty good pitch to throw there to see if he can get him to chase. He did not do so.
Looks like Kevin Smith is going to pinch hit for Narvaez, who's come out to the on deck circle. We'll check on Briseño. Jose is all right. You'll pat on the back by Hunter Wendelstedt.
Yep.
Briseño with the courtesy thank you in a slightly higher octave. 2-2. Down goes Davidson. 1 out.
Really good spot. Tight break to it. Good curveball, swing and miss. Buttrey's been very, very good.
Here's Kevin Smith pinch hitting for Narvaez. .294 hitter in 40 games this year. 1 home run, 15 runs batted in. He'll take a strike. Check swing. Did not go. It's 1-1. Fouled off to the right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one just missed it.
Good life from that fastball, moving too at 97.
Tim Anderson, the man on deck. Oh, no. Sailing upstairs, an overthrown pitch.
Just got to round that break ball, try to stay on top. It got underneath the baseball. Just keep those fingers on top of the baseball.
Left side, Coward cuts it off. Off balance, throw 2 down.
Howard always a very solid defender no matter where Mike Scioscia puts him, but really solid at third, especially all balanced throws. Gets a lot on it. Second out of the inning.
Anderson tonight 0 for 3. 3 fly ball outs. No balls, 2 strikes. Just trying to finish off the opener. The 0-2 upstairs. "16 pitches for Buntry, looking to lock down that first big league save. And little dribbler toward third. Coward's going to have to hurry. Light that baby up as the Angels pick up the victory in the opener tonight by the final of 5-2.
An impressive victory here tonight for the Halos. They continue a very solid road trip. Congratulations to Ty Buttry picking up his first major league save. Shohei Ohtani with a big 3-run home run. Felix Pena once again a dominant performance in 7 very good innings. Shohei, 4th home run in his last 3 games. Goes yard tonight again. 3-run home run, giving him 50 RBI. Anderson Simmons a home run also. Balanced in the lineup. David Fletcher a double himself. Some solid defense for Mike Scioscia once again. As the Halos to pull this one out. Game 1 of its first 3 here in Chicago.
Yeah, I think Pena certainly continued to solidify himself, Gooby, for not only this year, the rest of the season, but also making a name for himself going into the offseason to give Billy Epler one heck of an option going into spring training next year.
I just love the